Democratic Congressman Mark Pocan of Wisconsin. He's a member of the Congressional Progressive Caucus. Thank you for coming on the show, Congressman. We just heard there in Caitlin's report, she laid it out. Look, it's a slim margin. You can only lose 3 Democrats in the House to pass this bill. An aide tells CNN that Democratic Congressman Jared Golden has not decided whether to support it because of something he doesn't like in the bill. At least 2 others are waiting to see these estimates from the budget office. Simply put, do you have the votes?
Yeah, well, Pam, thanks for having me on. I think we do. I've talked to a number of those folks that were concerned that we talked to a few weeks ago, and they're very sincere, and they also acknowledge that everything they've been told as they talked to the CBO over the last several weeks is pointing to the dollars being very close or exactly on in some areas to what we were saying. And I think you're going to find all the Democrats, hopefully tonight, if not tomorrow, voting on this bill. These are Democratic values, things like child care and the family and medical leave and making sure that seniors are spending less on prescription drugs. And so many of the things that are in this bill are going to be easy to unite us. And while there certainly may be parts of the bill that different people don't like, I think we'll all be unified in supporting this agenda of Joe Biden's.
And the bill includes paid family leave, but the Senate version likely won't because of Senator Joe Manchin's objections. If this bill comes back to the House without paid family leave, will you support it?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what Joe Manchin does. I know a lot of this bill, because of the conversations that were kind of held up on the infrastructure bill, thanks to the Progressive Caucus, about 95% of the bill is kind of pre-clearance. People have already agreed to. It's really just a few remaining things. So there's a lot that's solid in this bill, a lot that's going to benefit families across the country. What winds up coming back from the Senate, we'll have a conversation at that point. But, where there is unity, I think one of the most important provisions is this child care provision. And I think everyone's in support of that. That's a huge, it's a huge lift for so many American families. They're going to literally save thousands and thousands of dollars that can go towards vacations and college funds and just things like clothing. It's going to be really a big improvement in people's lives, and I think all Democrats are unified on those matters.
The reality is, when it comes to paid family leave, look, the U.S. is the only industrialized country without paid family leave. Manchin has said it doesn't belong in this bill. It belongs in a standalone bill. Is there a backup plan in place to pass paid family leave, maybe in a standalone bill?
Well, it'd be good if he'd give us an answer directly if he would support that, because if we have a standalone bill, it would still need his support as well as many others. But, I think it is an important provision. You're right. We are an outlier in Western countries that don't have that. I would hope that we'll keep this in the bill, and we'll be able to persuade Senator Manchin and anyone else that when it comes to the Senate, these are good provisions. But there's a lot here that's going to benefit American people. Don't forget, there's a tax cut for 40 million American families in this bill, and I don't think anyone's going to want to say no to that many people.
I do want to talk about another major hurdle in getting this through the Senate, because that is a reality for you. That is the fight over a Medicare expansion. Senator Bernie Sanders previously said it was non-negotiable, that a Medicare expansion must be included, but Senator Joe Manchin firmly opposes it. Are you worried that the push to get more items included in this bill could doom it?
Well, there will be some, right? I think there is some agreement around hearing, and we're hoping that that's something the Senate will keep in there. Obviously, Senator Sanders and I completely agree. We wanted to go to dental, vision, and hearing because those are all health concerns seniors have that didn't make the original package for Medicare that I think is as much health care as anything else. But we'll hopefully see where we get when we pass it out of the House. I think when we have a big vote out of the House, hopefully that sends a message to senators as well that there's large support to get this done. And I think more constituents will understand what's in the bill, and that's going to also help us get it done in the Senate.
I want to ask you before we let you go, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy suggested if Republicans win back the House next year, they may retaliate against Democrats for removing Republicans Marjorie Taylor Greene and Paul Gosar from their committees. Are you worried at all about that?
I don't think we'll have members that will try to kill people on videos or anything else like we've seen coming from the Republicans this session. So, should that happen, I think they also should be censured. But, I think just kind of looking the other way, this is all a culmination, unfortunately, of 4 years of Donald Trump, really brewing hate across this country. And we can't let members of Congress who have to work together continue this behavior. So I think we took the right action yesterday. I wish more Republicans would have stood up and showed they had a spine to do the right thing. But I think the American people understand you can't put yourself in a video killing one of your colleagues. Any other job, you'd be booted.
Democratic Congressman Mark Pocan, thank you for your time.
Thank you.